All right. So we got Lovecraft Country, episode 9, season 1, episode 9 to review. Episode 8 left off with what happened to episode 8? It was
that was when D got cursed.
okay, yeah. So the last thing was happening was D was cursed, and the curse, it was kind of like It Follows, where they got these ghosts follow you slowly, and if they catch you, you was going to be messed up or whatever.
Yeah.
And they finally caught up to it at the end of the episode, and now D is kind of like in a coma, and looked like she's deteriorating or something, or and because these ghosts are eating away at her soul or something like that. So now it's all about how can we save D. Hippolyta has not made it back, and everybody coming up with these theories on how to save her or whatever. Now it's like, okay, now most of the characters are coming together and admitting what they know.
Yeah.
Which makes me so bad. If y'all would just be honest with each other from the beginning.
But they can't do it.
Y'all would be way better off. Now they know Ruby. Ruby knows about, they know that Ruby know about magic, and she have been seeing Christina. What did they attempt to do to save her before? Oh, they didn't do anything, did they? They just called Christina?
They were going to try to come up with something, but they couldn't. So they were going to go to Christina and trade her the pages from the book.
Right, but she already got the pages. And they, Ruby called up Christina, and she said for her, she
reset the curse.
Yeah, she reset the curse that it bought her some time.
24 hours, I think.
Yeah. So, okay, best they could do. And that's cool. So they was like, well, we got to get the book. We got to get So this is what I like. So while all these characters always tripping over each other, always one character come in and just like, I don't care what y'all got to do. I'm about to save my daughter. Hippolyta come back.
Yep.
And I really love how she came back. And it's kind of a plot device that she kind of come back knowing everything, but she did experience so much.
Right.
But it was kind of a plot device how she just knew exactly what to do, exactly how to build it. But I was cool with it.
They balance that by making it where she's not the one who can do everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, I know how to set all this up. I need y'all to go and do the stuff to save my daughter.
But yeah, and while everybody's fighting and tripping over each other and talking about this, talking about that, Hippolyta come in and just say, look, we do this, you go there, stop arguing, we got this to do. You know what I'm saying? I was like, finally, somebody can put some order to this. You know what I'm saying? Because I swear, it was like, y'all getting on my nerves because y'all not communicating.
Yeah.
Everybody withhold information, which always got them doing extra shit.
It gets so annoying because at every single turn, it's like, okay, so and so probably knows that we can't take it to that. You know? And so it's like we've been watching Montrose do the exact opposite of be helpful this entire season. And then Ticket wants so bad to take everything on his own shoulders. He won't let anybody help with nothing.
Yeah.
And then Letitia is trying her damnedest to survive in the meantime, so she can't trust anybody. And then you got Ruby, who's just these people, man,
sneaking around and so
like, at least with Christina, I'm like, she ain't supposed to trust none of these people. So like she gets a bit of a pass, but like the rest of these people are all family and they don't trust.
Yeah, I know, but they lack of trust is their downfall.
Like
because
their love language is lying.
Yeah. So like I said, Hippolyta come back and she decided, okay, we need that book. I guess it's the Book of Names.
Yeah.
But that book burnt up in Tulsa in the riots. So the only way we can get it is it burnt up back in 1921. Okay, we just go back to 1921. They were like,
I did love the reaction was, y'all want to do what now? I ain't going back there.
And Maestro, y'all got to be crazy. We can't do this. Shut up, Maestro. Montrose. Just help. Shit. But they go back to the time machine. So she's and I do like now we got a competent person that actually got knowledge on how to, you know what I'm saying, how to go about things. Like I said, it's kind of a plot device, but
it's so refreshing.
Right, after them falling over each other's feet so many episodes, we finally got somebody that actually know exactly what to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, thank you. So they got the machine that she got sucked in or whatever. She know that's a time machine, and she know the exact year she need to go to and all that. And I thought that was pretty much like a Back to the Future like episode, where basically not really Back to the Future, but it's basically like a time travel episode. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they go back to the Tulsa riots, man. And I was like, okay, this is some powerful stuff here, showing that from that standpoint. And then I did not know Montrose had experienced that. I couldn't remember. I don't remember him saying that, but he might have said that before.
They had mentioned it before, yeah.
Okay, where he was in the middle of this.
All three of them were the George,
right,
Montrose, and Tick's mama, whose name I can never remember.
Yeah, did she die in the fire, Tick's mom?
No.
Oh no, that's right. So the kids made it out or whatever. But yeah, so they pretty much got to go back in 1921 and then find these pages or whatever. And couldn't they pick a different time though? What? Or did they have to?
It was
the exact time of that newspaper.
It wasn't that. It was that they knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that the book would be there.
Right.
It was a date.
I was saying, couldn't they go the day before?
I don't know why they had to. I think they needed it to be a time where they could get in and get out. Like they were using the riot as like kind of their cover. So like there wasn't any time for anyone to investigate them. You know, everyone would be distracted. Like I think they were using that as an asset.
Mm. Well, I suppose, but they got there like maybe like hours before the whole thing popped off. And I mean, I guess you need a ticking clock to make things more tense. That's the way these shows work. But it's just the fact that I just don't see the reason that you wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, try to get there like before that stuff even happened. You know, so maybe I missed something the reason why they have to get there at that exact time.
We may have missed all of these character revealing moments from the past.
Well, right, I know. That's what I'm saying. If I'm cool. It's just I wish they would have gave me a reason why at that time, you know. Yeah. Where we got things like we saw Montrose, or we finally saw their dad beating them or whatever. And I swear I thought that was Atticus. I thought that was the same actor that played Atticus, just with a mustache. I was like, is that him? Being his dad or whatever?
He got the right build for it.
Yeah, it wasn't him, but he favored him though, which is okay. That's his grandfather, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, we saw Montrose getting beat or whatever. You know, pick a switch. You kind of see why Montrose the way he is. Yeah. I don't know how I feel. I'm like, man, should I feel so? I do feel bad for the dude. He's kind of a pathetic kind of character.
Well, he is. Like, I get why he's the way he is.
Yeah.
And I think that was like the point of it. They like it's not even an apology for the character. It's like, look, y'all get what it is. I think it's just, look, this is why he is the way he is. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Y'all get the picture.
Yeah. And so he tried to save somebody. And then, and you know, he was like, I'm going to try to save somebody that I knew, a boy named Tommy or whatever. And, of course, it was, I guess, would have been his first gay experience or whatever. And he was like a stranger. I love this scene, actually. And he was like, this stranger come out of nowhere, swinging a baseball bat like Jackie Robinson. He said, one thing.
I got you, kid.
I got you, kid. I love that scene, man, especially how they just, like, built it up, you know.
Yeah. But, like, we get that first shot, like, the sort of synchronized shot at the beginning of the first episode where you have, was it Tick? that was going through the battlefield?
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah,
and it was actually Robinson.
Jackie Robinson, and he was like, going against Cthulhu
with a baseball bat.
The fight of the century: Jackie Robinson versus Cthulhu. But you get this, this very synchronous shot where it's Tick versus all these races, and it's actually a beautiful shot.
Yeah, I mean, before that, we didn't even know who it was because he said a stranger was going to come and do it, and he did not know that was actually Atticus.
Yeah. And so, I love that one because he had no way to know because he
didn't know.
He didn't know.
So, I mean, he got saved by his own grandson. But see, I'm sorry, by his own son. But you see, there's kind of one of those time travel things. If it didn't happen yet, how did it...
So
it you know what I'm saying?
Well, this is what I
crazy
said.
Questions you asked
the second I saw it was you got to close the loop. It's a causal loop. There is no beginning and end. There is no inciting incident that causes all this happens. This happened, so this had to happen. These 2 points balance each other out.
Yeah.
Tick went back in time and saved them. Otherwise, Tick wouldn't have been born.
Wouldn't exist.
Right. So both of those moments balance each other. It's not, well, which one happened first. It's both of these moments happened.
Yeah.
It's kind of like string theory kind of says time isn't one linear path. All moments in time are constantly happening at the same time. So it's now and the next moment both happen. There is no motion between the two. They just resonate together.
Mm-hmm.
So Tick being born and Tick saving his parents, both of those are moments that happen.
Which is a Back to the Future moment.
Yeah.
I just thought about that.
Yeah. They support each other. They don't rely on each other in a weird way. Time travel.
Well, so that was a cool ass scene where, and then of course you don't know that that the stranger is actually Atticus, and then until he's like, man, I don't see nobody coming. Fuck it. He pick up the bat that was me, So I thought that was a good scene, especially seeing that. What I really liked about this whole scene, which I don't know if it was historically accurate, but a lot of black people just fight back. It wasn't. They just wasn't. They wasn't just. That's. And I I like how was that what's the name of dad? That was of the mom's, the Atticus' mother dad. Yeah. But he had a gun for everybody. Oh yeah. He opened the door and say he had to open up the drawer. It was like 10 pistols in there. It's here you go. Here you go.
You go cover that window.
You cover the back.
Cover the upstairs.
I'm like, damn.
He was ready.
But I did like some of that. I mean, it was still a lot of brutal stuff going on. But
I'll also say they did a nice thing there towards the end of the episode, kind of resonating with some of the what the outcry we've had in some of our recent race issues in this country. The a say their names moment, So you have Montrose reflecting upon the riots and everything that was lost during the riots.
Yeah.
And so he's naming off people. It's they got so and so while he was trying to get home, and they did this to such and such, and they don't shy away from the horrors of the riots. Montrose even has a moment early on. It's boy, you think you know war because you went to war. You don't know nothing,
right?
And so Montrose, for the first time we actually find out, is shell shocked.
Yeah,
he has PTSD from the riots. It never left.
That is true. That's why he act the way he act. But it's I understand what you understand him better now, especially in his play by Michael K. Williams. That's an amazing actor. It's just sometimes it's just he make me so mad. That character makes me so mad, but I do feel for him. Yeah. Especially getting beaten and all that stuff, and dude got shot in the head right in front of him.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they don't apologize for Montrose. They just fear and self-loathing are all he knows.
Yeah, that's true. It's a sad character.
And grand and overwhelming measure. And so, once you start filtering every moment you have of him through that is like, okay, I can see why he thought this was the way to protect his family. Yeah. It's the only way he knows is to deny what he's seen.
Right, true. And we can talk a little bit about Letty. She actually, while Montrose and Atticus was out there fighting people, trying to save people, she was getting the book. As usual, Letty is coming through. She was going to get the book, and I forgot she had that. I forgot she had that. Right, because she did get shot, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She forgot from the look of things.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't get used to getting shot. But no, she went and got that book, and they had this powerful scene where the family in this house, which is the what's the name of the house, the Atticus house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is his parents' house. Yeah, his his
mama's house.
Yeah, his parents' house, and of course they keep that book there, so she had to get that book. And the house, as they said, they asked Montrose. He said, "Yeah, the house burnt down with everybody inside."
Yeah.
So we know the house burnt down, so we already know that's going to happen. But it's kind of messed up. They kind of showed the lady.
The great-grandmother?
Was that the great-grandma? Well, they kind of showed her basically just coming to grips to her fate, you know, and just, you know, when they got burnt or whatever.
Like, ooh.
So the thing was, why didn't the book burn?
Because from the look of things, the invulnerability, it doesn't stop at her flesh. It's sort of an aura.
Right.
So it looks like, because like from the way it looks when the bullets are bouncing off of her, it's like she's got a couple of inches or more of invulnerable space around her. So I think because she was holding the book close enough to her, it was enveloped in that aura.
Okay, I was wondering about that too. Because first I was like, wait a minute, the book's gonna burn.
Yeah.
But yeah, it made it out. Lady made it out, man. I'd love to have her on my squad, bro. Because she come through, man.
She clutch, man.
And so she get the book of names finally, and I guess and then we can talk about how Hippolyta, she had to keep the portal open. Couldn't she let it close and then open it back up?
I don't know.
But anyway, she was messing herself. She foamed at the mouth and stuff.
Yeah.
And her turned blue, which I'm like, did it turn purple?
You know what that is.
It turn blue? Yeah, it turned blue. What's that?
Dee's comic, Orinthia Blue.
Oh, I did not think about that. So she pretty much, when she wake up, she going to be thinking she just that superhero that she wrote about. I was like, or has she been writing about her mom that whole time?
Probably.
And didn't even know.
Probably.
Interesting. That's interesting. But she just like she holding the portal open and she foaming at the mouth, and I'm like, is she gonna die?
Her eyes rolled all the way up in her head.
Yeah.
She's floating off the ground and everything.
This one thing I didn't think they was gonna do when Hippolyta came back. I didn't think she was gonna be able to use whatever she got. You know, I didn't know if she'd be able to remember because she got so much knowledge now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
well, like I think we are gonna start seeing some consequences on that because she did make a mention of how could she fit everything she had become into who she used to be.
Yeah.
So I think, especially now that she's gone through this whole
you think that wiped it out maybe?
I don't know if it wiped it out, but I think it's going to have some side effects.
Yeah.
Like this, that's way, like she's gone through more than a human's supposed to be able to process. So
I mean, dude, she is like, she know pretty much everything now, and she got a time machine that she can just use. I'm
if
looking
she can
like
still use it. It might have burnt out for good.
Maybe. Well, I'm just saying, just her power is so high right now. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that can't go unchecked. You know, somehow she's gonna have to lose that.
There's got to be a consequence.
Yeah. It's like having that much power. I can't see that. You know, they wouldn't lose. They can't lose if Hippolyta is as powerful as she is.
Yeah.
But anyway, then too much happened after that.
I mean, from there we pretty much like they heal did they get around to healing D? I can't remember.
They just made it back.
Yeah. Okay, so they just made it back.
But I'm pretty sure she is going to be
Right.
the next episode.
So that's going.
Do they need the book of names? Is that for what's the name for Christina to use?
No, because I think Christina had already left by the time Hippolyta.
Right. The book of names was to do what?
To find a cure for D. So no, wait. Hippolyta had come back because she took part in the ritual to reset the curse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I don't know if the book of names was for Christina or not, because in order to reset the curse, Tick already swore to come willingly back to Artem to take part in the ritual for Christina to get her immortality. So I think that was all on them.
Yeah, I can't remember. They had some plan, but it started to get a little confusing after a while. That's why I was like, I'm just enjoying the show.
I mean, we got time travel and paradoxes. It's a lot.
But also, the one dude is dead now, right? The cop.
Yes.
Was he borrowing people's body parts?
Looks like it. Looks like it.
And didn't they say something like he had like a black person body or something?
I think he was using bits and pieces of black folks they had killed to keep himself alive.
Was it a reason for them to be black? Excuse me.
Probably, but I'm sure it's grotesque and horrible.
Yeah, showing that
either functionally
what he looked like
or
without his shirt on was pretty gross.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't look that much worse than Luther off of Umbrella Academy, but
I guess he looked more like
Frankenstein.
Yeah, like Frankenstein, like just sew together parts.
But yeah.
But yeah, so
he dead though.
Yeah, so the next episode is going to be the series finale. With a season finale, and we'll probably get some wrap up on what's going on. I hope they don't just give us a bullcrap ending so they can keep going with the next season.
Yeah,
I want to see where this is going to. I want to just wrap up
some kind of closure.
Yeah.
So we know for a fact that in the next episode we go back to Artem. We know that. So. But we don't have any real clue how everything's going to shake out.
Yeah, and one of the things I did forget, Ruby killed the girl that she been getting her potion from.
Well, yeah, she...
Because she want to be a redhead.
She want to be a redhead.
I don't get that. So I think you're going to get another person?
Well, like, yes.
That's her plan?
So I think part of it is this is her showing that she's all in.
Yeah.
With Christina in that... Like, listen.
I mean, I'm not no tears for that bitch. She was
right. So one, it was the same chick from
yeah.
But also, it's like her saying, "Nah, I ain't quitting. I'm in this. But if we gonna do this, I'm gonna pick what kind of white person I'm gonna turn into."
But I'm saying, is she planning to just destroy? Do they have to be in a coma like that? Or?
I don't know, but probably.
Yeah, I mean, because that worked for her. The fact that they wasn't.
Because I think you need a consistent source of DNA.
Yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, can you just? I don't know exactly how that worked, but I'm like, why did she do that? It's like, and the fact is, like, I want to be. I always like being a redhead, but I'm thinking like, are you cool with hurting somebody for this?
Let's be real. Ruby has embraced her selfishness at this point.
Yeah, I see.
Like, Ruby is going to get hers no matter what she has to do with this.
Like, that last episode was the weirdest and worst body horror sex I ever seen. Where she was breaking out the shell as they was having sex. Wow.
Also, I thought that potion lasted way longer than that, unless there was a time skip and they was going at it for
it seemed like it was like at least like half a day or something.
Yeah.
And but it was convenient for the whatever. Anyway, we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Bottle of mind bleach later.
We're gonna see what's gonna happen in the season finale next week, and we will get that review up for y'all.
Oh, absolutely.
So, that is our review for Lovecraft Country, episode 8. I'm sorry, episode 9, season 1. So we're gonna move on. We are going to